No, you're not too late. We just getting started, girl. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Uh-oh. What happened to the music? You missed the members only below? Oh, man, we had a good time. We had a good conversation. You can catch the replay, though. You can see it. You can catch the replay. I'm sorry you missed it. We had a good time. What's up, Brandon? You ready? What's up, little baby? Hey, boo. Hey, Xavier. Trey Leche. Below, Dominique. Hey, Brandon. How y'all doing? Good afternoon. Happy Sunday afternoon to y'all. All right, that's enough of that. So we have I'm just saying, we gotta get this party started, Sal. We gotta get this party started. We got a long. Well, I don't have you. You don't have as much of a night as I do, but I have 2 episodes of Pose. We have part 2 of the Atlanta reunion. We got Married to Medicine tonight. And then I have 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. Now that probably won't get done tonight, child, because you know that ain't child.
Yeah, you got a lot. That's a lot.
Hey, Mimi, what's up?
Hey, everybody.
We got a couple of things we need to talk about today, okay? First of all, and some of these stories, you know, Abby gonna be like, I don't care. But so the first story we have Miss Kandi Burruss talking about, she was asked, you know, who was the most, you know, some of her difficult studio sessions. Mm-hmm. And she went on to say Boys to Men.
She said, why? Because she couldn't keep up vocally? Though we've come to the end of the road and I can't let go. Mariah didn't seem to have an issue. What's your problem, Kandi? Every man wants a woman. I don't know what you. I mean,
well, what she had said was that they just work differently, and it was she was very diplomatic in what she said
because it doesn't take them 50 takes to sing a song. I understand. You feel inadequate when there are better people in the room. I understand that. I understand that wholeheartedly. That has happened to me on several occasions. I am, by no stretch of the imagination, the best singer. I know how to play my part when better singers in the house. We belong together.
Okay. Now, moving forward,
you know how to harmonize?
Wanye responded, and he also said, hey, you know, we work differently. You know, it was a difficult session. And then he went on to shade the fuck out of her.
He said, because we said, here is your note. You are here.
I can't stand.
Oh God.
Well, I can't stand her. I can't stand her. He did say though that it was a difficult session. Yeah. But they were both very diplomatic, but he did end up shading.
You said because we can sing? Is that why it was difficult, Kandi? Because we have pitch. We don't need pitch corrector. They got to correct it. Listen. Hold on.
Why?
I don't even know why she thought that battle was one she was gonna win. I don't even know. Daughter, why did you think that was
a battle? I don't even think it was a battle. I think it was just she said that.
I think that she thought it would be cute.
Studio session.
Because she on the Real Housewives Can't Get Right. And so she feeling her oats and thought she could step out there and try and say something crazy. About one of the best vocal R&B groups of all time. And
I really don't even think that's what it was. I don't think any of that.
We know Kandi, don't do it.
Because I don't think this was a session where she was singing. I think it was, well, I don't know. Shit. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna just play a little bit.
That's my minister of music.
I'm just gonna play.
I can take her or leave her. Now, I think that she's a cool person. I think that, when I watch her on TV or whatnot, I think that she has very valid things to say. I think that she keeps things on a level when it comes to her personality. I have nothing bad to say about Kandi. It's just we work differently. And I try, we try to keep things on a 100% up and up, and be honest about everything that we do. So unfortunately, that just didn't turn out right. I didn't know that we were the worst to work with, but I mean, damn. After TLC and Boys to Men and a couple of other people, she hasn't worked since, right? Like music wise, she's just been doing like reunions with Escape. I mean, she's doing TV, which is awesome, but I haven't heard a song now. I was like, yo, go Kandi, like I did when she was doing, the records for like. But to me personally, I just.
So I mean, there was
a party for the party.
There was shade thrown. There was definitely.
He said she doing reunions.
He said, "You need your skin so soft, Miss T Velocity." Well, honey, they go to link. Hold on. Let me get you that link, honey. Go and get you your skin so soft, girl. Right. Again, Brandon. Yeah, I don't think it was about Kandi singing. I think it was when Kandi was writing music. Because she never did a song with Boyz II Men. I think it was about production. So that wasn't about her singing. That was just about production.
I like my theory better. It's funnier.
You know what? Moving on. But yeah, so
when she wrote that song and then tried to sing it back to them, it was like, no. This what we paid for? Okay.
I mean,
I fly above. Oh God.
Oh, there it is right there. Thank you, little baby. Yeah, Miss T Velocity, go ahead and hit that link, honey, and get you all your skin so soft, baby. All your skin so soft. Get you some. They got Mother's Day stuff in there. All that. Hook yourself on up. Hook yourself on up. Yeah. Exactly, below. Kandi became a millionaire off them because it wasn't off her singing, but she definitely became a millionaire off her writing skills. So, I mean, because let's be clear, one day,
it definitely wasn't the singing that did it.
I mean, Jermaine Dupri took all that escape money, so it definitely won't that. And I love you, Wanye. Let's be clear. I love me some Wanye. I love Boyz II Men. But sir, y'all ain't been breaking no records either these last 10, 15 years. Now you had your residency. You had your residency out into the Las Vegas, and they are big over in Asia. They damn near live in Asia because they are really, really big over there. I mean, they make money in Asia. But sir, let's not act like y'all done had end of the road type record breaking songs in the last 10 years. And let's not act like you've been, come on now. Come on.
I don't even care about either one of them. It's just funny to me. I don't give a damn if she got $6 million or 60 cents. She's still gonna get these jokes, daughter. Funny.
Right. I think that's the plan, Xavier. I think Wanye is I think he is gonna do something with his kids. At least that's what it seems like they're revving up to do. They got the whole, they post the clips on, the social media and stuff. But his children are definitely talented. I mean, he got a tribe, so
moving on.
Make them make money. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, the article and read up on the Janet Mock situation.
Okay.
On a serious note, it sounds like Jermaine Dupri escaped with the money child. It sounds like Janet Mock might have had some sort of breakdown. I mean,
well, she was high.
No one seems to have any video, audio of it, but it seems to be all what everybody's reporting. It sounds like she sort of had a moment where she was like, "Fuck it, this is it. The show is over. I can finally speak my piece." And then it seemed like she got a little too real and started spilling her own tea.
I feel like she took one too many Quaaludes in the vehicle before they get out.
I don't know.
When she got up there, she was drunk and high and decided to spill all of her business that nobody asked for.
I feel like, but I will say this, Angel, aka Poppy, he did post on his Instagram today. She did an article that was posted in the New York Post about her love letter to Pose, which I'm sure was done before she had her whole, break with, telling everybody's business. And he did post it on his Instagram today, and he put underneath it, "You did good, baby. Heart, heart, heart." So whatever she confessed last week, he seemed to be all right with it. They seem to be in a better place, at least publicly. He is still supporting her. Again, from the way I read the article, it really does sound like she just sort of had some sort of, I'm not gonna say a mental break. I'm not gonna say it was that deep, but she just sort of had a fucking moment. Like I don't care moment.
First of all, I really want her to understand. Daughter, you was complaining about getting paid $40,000 an episode. Not $4,000. 40,000. Some people don't make $40,000 in a year, let alone one episode. Secondly,
that is low though.
Okay. Secondly, she talked about she want Ryan Murphy money. No, ma'am, you're not Ryan Murphy. Why would you expect Ryan Murphy money? Like, I don't, daughter, if there was no Ryan Murphy, there wouldn't be no Pose. So I just don't understand. Daughter, how you thought that was going? God, fix it, Jesus. Fix it, God. Also, Trey, what's your name, baby? Trey. Leche Love. There was 4 members of Boys to Men. So even if one left the group, it's still Boys to Men. There's still more than one boy.
Yeah, one left the group. Mike left the group.
Yeah. That's the one who had lupus or he had some kind of neurological.
Yeah, he has something, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, first of all, she said she went on the thing and cheated with the crew. God, dog. The daughter. What is going on?
Hey, Diva Law. Hey, what's up?
I don't know why she's like, what was going on in her heart and mind just to have word vomit and just I could understand you. Okay, you feel like you weren't paid equitably and you want to say something where the big wigs can hear you and it won't necessarily get you in trouble. They still might, but I don't. Well, why would your personal business though?
Here's the thing. Part of it
embarrass that man like that.
I don't know why she would do that. Part of it is I don't know the whole story. So based on information that I have, I will say this. She, Ryan Murphy was the producer. She was not. She was not one of the creators, but she's been an executive producer / director since season 1. And I think that what she's saying is that her pay is not equitable to what another person in her position would have gotten. Yes, I'm not going to sneeze at $40,000 an episode, but if that's not what that's like saying, okay, well, you make $50,000 a year, but the equivalent of the people in your position are making $100,000 a year. You can still complain and say,
but is that the case on like, this was only it wasn't supposed to be multiple seasons. It was just supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that would be equitable in that what they originally thought the situation is. Right. He's trying to renegotiate.
The problem is if it was never renegotiated then.
Right. If it was never renegotiated, that's not their fault. That's
I agree with that. Like I said, I feel like part of her speech, she was just getting some stuff off her chest, and then she just went left. And like I said, I don't even know why Poppy came up like that. I don't even understand why you bring Poppy into this. He was sitting there minding his good business, probably trying to get your ass off that stage. Okay, he was probably trying to get you off that stage.
Poppy was just trying to drink his little cocktail with the peoples, and here you go. And he was like, "Huh?"
Right? Because I mean, I don't mean no harm, but $40,000 ain't shit. Like, when you're talking about you're an executive producer of a hit TV show that you directed, like that ain't shit. I mean, for me, but you know, and I understand it was her first one, so I'm not saying that she deserves to get paid the same as someone who's been doing it for 20 years.
Right. But if that's what the negotiation, being that all things being equal, and being that this was supposed to be a one and done, do these, how was it, 10 episodes, 8 episodes? I can't remember. No, now if she the time to renegotiate is when they got picked up for the second season.
I agree.
At that point, she'd have been like, okay, this is outside the scope of what we originally negotiated. I would like to renegotiate my price for X, Y, and Z. And that's a take it or leave it type of situation.
Right. And my biggest fear is that she's now put herself in a bad situation to possibly be maybe like blackballed or something like that. Like, that's really my biggest fear, because, you know, you're talking about a Black woman in this position. It doesn't come along often. And now, especially a Black trans woman, you have a story to tell, but discrimination is still there. And I just feel like you've given them an excuse. They already didn't need an excuse, but now you've given them a good excuse to say, hey, we don't really want to work with this woman. She's a time bomb. We never know when she's going to, you know, say something she don't need to say or put the business out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Supposed to go on Good Morning America the next morning, and they canceled.
Oh, see, she was supposed to be on Good Morning America the next day, and they canceled. So
probably because it was too hot, and they didn't want her to address it.
Well, they may not have known what she was gonna say. I mean, yeah, I mean, she's so talented, and she has such a unique vision and brings such a unique story to any production, not just LGBTQIA production. So I really, really hope that this doesn't. Well, it will. I mean, there's no way that this doesn't stifle her.
Right.
But I hope that it's not long lasting. Let me say that. You know what? Keep it cute. She might be done right now, because I think that's where she is mentally. I think she needs a good break, a long vacation, and she needs to come back around. I mean, you got to remember, and when I say you, I mean people in general. She went from relative, you know, people not really knowing who she was to being A-list. And I mean, we see it happen all the time. I mean, I know it happens all the time, but like you said, she went from really nobody really knowing. I mean, not nobody, but being a small blurb to a star literally overnight. And Pose has been such a phenomenon. And then you have that extra added weight of representing your community, not just as a Black woman, but as a Black trans woman. And that there's a lot there. And I'm not trying to make excuses for her. She did something she shouldn't have done. You know, I mean, she was wrong in what she did. But when I read that article and it talked about the stuff she was saying, it just sounded like she was in crisis. It didn't sound like she just woke up that morning and was like, fuck it. It sounded like she really, truly was just in crisis. Wrong place, wrong time? Absolutely. You know, wish that she had found another outlet and another way to express herself? Absolutely. But I kind of have empathy for her. I kind of have empathy in this situation, you know?
I did until she cheated on Poppy, and then I was
I don't like the fact that she cheated.
And then that's where she lost me.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that she cheated on Poppy. Yeah, I love me some Poppy, but he's standing by her. So, well, at least like I said, at least right now he is. Now, again, we don't know what kind of conversations they don't have publicly. I mean, privately and all of that. But at least, but publicly, he's standing by his woman, honey. It's bad enough that you left your husband and pick up a baby. Now, I did see some stuff about that. Yeah, her husband broke up or something. It was some, yeah. Messy. Anyway, so that was y'all wanted me to talk about it, so that's what it is. I even did a quick drop on it, honey. Right, we don't know what Poppy did. Poppy might have cheated first. We don't know.
Child, Poppy was over there just glad to be in the number.
Niecy talking about some don't do that to Poppy. But I'm just saying we don't know.
We know. Clearly there's a common denominator with being unfaithful, and it's not Poppy.
Y'all hear her talking about some don't do that to him. I'm not doing nothing to Poppy. I'm just trying to listen. There are other angles. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like if Poppy had done something, she probably would have said it. She was like, I just slept with that man after you did what you did. That's what
Niecy just said. She said if she would have said it then.
She would have said it. I think she would have said it if he had done something.
Okay. Well, moving right along. Another person that's probably saying a little bit too much and might be burning some bridges. Tamisha Iman.
Why is she not going to be on All Stars? Now I'm upset about that. That's what I'm upset about.
She said, I don't know. Let me just say that. The impression she gave was that maybe either it wasn't extended to her or she didn't. I didn't get the impression that she decided not to do it. I got the impression that it was decided for her.
Why? Because the current All Stars winner and her is beefing?
Maybe. This is what I'm going to say about this. And I mean, this is like for the Nina Browns of the world, the Tamisha Imans. I like Tamisha Iman. She is a legend. She is, she definitely paved the way. She said they never invited her. Well, there you go. They never invited her.
They haven't invited her yet. That didn't mean that they weren't going to.
No, they're doing it.
No, I'm talking about not for this particular season. Just because they didn't invite her for this season doesn't mean that they had no intentions of inviting her.
Well, that could be true. But I'm going to say this. And we all know this about the RuPaul world, the world of Wonder World. It is very political. And it is very much if you are the chosen one or not. If you are in the in crowd or the out crowd. I feel like Tamisha Iman, from the very beginning of when she started talking, I don't know the behind the scenes, so let me say that. It sounds like a lot of what was happening behind the scenes, she just didn't like, it wasn't in tune with. And I feel like she's just one of those people, that was like, listen, I don't need this show. It would have been a great opportunity and enhancement, but I don't need it. And I'm not going to kiss nobody's ass to get it. And it sounds like some things happen behind the scenes. One thing I've heard consistently about this season is that it was very messy behind the scenes this season, very produced. Very much we know what we want and we're going to create this scenario for it to happen, even more so than in former seasons. We know that there's always a level of production. I
feel like with the death of the young lady from their production, the young Black lady, I can't remember her name right now. This is the first season without her since she passed from cancer. And I feel like she was the covering over all of the bullshit that was happening with her gone. Now a lot of the rigor is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As somebody who's a fan of Tamisha, I don't like that she's on the outside of the in crowd. Because I really feel like she could bring so much to it. The thing with her and Monet X Change, she said that. So let me get back to this. She said that on Tuesday, I guess because she's not doing All Stars, she's no longer under a contract and she can say what she wants to say at this point. So she said that on Tuesday, she will be telling all over to her YouTube channel. She is going to create a platform for the queens who are on the outside looking in. the queens that the show has sort of thrown away. And that she's going to give them a platform to sort of tell their story. And, you know, she said that the show always creates villains. And, you know, at the end of every season, it is edited in a way to make the fans like the people they want them to like and not like the people they don't want them to like. And she was like, and the fans fall for it every season. You know, you have your villains and then you have your people that are just sort of, their careers just do not thrive after going on the show. They just don't get the opportunities that other queens get. And so she is going to tell all. Now, the thing between her and Monet X Change, her issue with Monet X Change is that she feels as though she understands the critique, but she feels as though Monet's critiques were harsher on the non-New York girls. That the New York girls could do no harm. They could do no bad. You know, they were great. Everything was fine. And even when she critiqued them, she didn't critique them with the same level of harshness as she critiqued the ladies that were outside of the New York machine. And that may be true. I know Monet, you know, they talk about the show. They do what the rest of us do. But I can't say that she's wrong about editing. I can't say that she's wrong about scenarios being, you know, set up. She said, right, exactly, it's me, D. She said that fight that happened with her and Candy Muse, she said, I didn't come in the room hot. She said, I didn't come in the room hot. I didn't start it. I didn't create that, but the way it was edited made it look like that I started it, that I was the aggressive one. She said, and they also made it look like, she said, it was actually 3-on-1 instead of 1-on-1, but it was edited to look like it was just me and Candy, but it wasn't. It was Candy and 3 other queens coming at me all at the same time. And so it was edited in a way to make it look like I was the aggressive one. And we know, I mean, we know they do that. And I'm sure.
But I didn't get that she was the one being aggressive.
I didn't think so either.
I didn't. That's not how it read to me. It read very much to me. Candy can dish out because seconds before Tamisha came into that room, she had the unmitigated gall to tell Elliot with the 3 Ks and 2 T's that you need to read the room and blase blue and blue blue, and you are so self-unaware, and da 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 da. She's unaware of herself and what she got going on. Are you aware of how you come across, daughter, niece, nephew? Are you aware of how you come across? It read to me that as soon as somebody gave you a 10th of what you were giving everyone else, and then you pop off and you try to use your size and your loud voice to try and overtalk and boss, and your word is the final word, and ain't nobody gonna tell you da 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 da. No. And then Tamisha slowly got up and started to walk towards you as you was doing all that yang 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 yang, as you walked out the door like you was about that life and ready to pop somebody. But the problem is you ran into a real nigga who wasn't finna do that with you. Now you can try that pop off shit if you want to. You was finna get your block knocked off, boo. I don't mean no harm. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Tamisha Iman was going to knock your block off. If you went too far with her, that is an Atlanta hoe who likes to fight. Lala retold you. She likes to fight.
Keep going, hold on.
And it read very much you keep, like my mama says, you're gonna keep up with all that rah-rah until you run into the right person. And Tamisha Iman was the right person on that day, who wasn't going to take all of that guff that you got to say. And when you got some criticism that you didn't like, when you decided to go left and get loud, she wasn't folded by what the hell you had to say.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel like Tamisha was wrong either. But again, a lot of the fans did. A lot of the people coming, her comments did. I didn't think she was wrong personally. And I also feel like from the very beginning, Kandi was one of the chosen ones. It didn't matter what Kandi did, she was gonna make it to the end. Because I'm still mad at that double.
They should never have saved her. Saved her for what?
Right. What
did
you say?
The lady said, "Go home."
Right. The lady said go home. What did Natalia say? The problem, they don't show the other girls' attacks, so fans already make it seem like, right, exactly. And I mean, maybe because I'm biased and I like her anyway. But I just didn't see it that way. It just didn't read like that to me.
It didn't read that way to me either.
But of course, that's the other thing she talked about were the trolls. But we already know RuPaul's fans are them trolls.
The fandom for Drag Race is toxic as hell.
It's ridiculous. That's what they need to be talking about. But yeah, I don't know. So on Tuesday, honey, she said she gonna tell all, and that she is creating a platform for the other queens who seem to, give. She didn't use the term blackball, but that's basically what she was saying.
So the Vixen, Nina Bodina Brown.
Yeah. I believe Vixen is gonna be one of her guests. I heard Vixen's name being floated around. But yeah. So we will see. But yeah, I didn't get the impression that she turned All Stars down. I got the impression that All Stars wasn't on the table. That's what I got. But I'll be there listening.
Listen. With bells on. Like you say.
Tuesday on her YouTube channel. That's what she has said. I thought Nina was doing too much from the beginning. Like, again, I feel like Nina was another one who I thought she cut her nose off despite her face, honestly.
I think a lot of Nina stuff was, she has mental health issues.
You think what now?
Nina has like mental health issues.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She talked about it, about depression and all that other stuff. Remember when they did the makeovers and stuff? And the guy, and he had issues with depression and anxiety and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like via Vixen too. Now Vixen, I feel like, again, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes you got to play the game.
I think Vixen got the bad end of the stick for calling out the hypocrisy, for calling out the very apparent hypocrisy of white women tears and how they're used as violence, how they're violently used against people of color. And oh God, don't let that secret get out, because what they gonna do then?
Oh my God, Tyra Sanchez. Ooh. But somebody was saying, I was reading a couple of comments and they said that was the same edit that Jasmine Masters got until she became a fan favorite. But she got the villain role too until, I guess, her memes and stuff like that. And she's sort of like, a fan favorite. But remember, she got the bad rap too. Jasmine Masters.
I don't remember Jasmine Masters having a bad rap.
Even when she came back on All Stars, remember how they were spinning the narrative that she was the one holding up production and she was always, outside smoking weed and all that stuff. Like, a lot of those stories started leaking when she was on All Stars that last time.
Yeah, but at that point, who cares? It's All Stars. We don't care.
Well, we do care, because the point I'm making is she was getting the bad edit and she was getting this. That's what I'm saying. You might not. Okay, what I'm saying is separate how you personally feel from what I'm saying. You personally don't care, and that's fine. But I'm not talking about Abby. I'm talking about the fan base. I'm talking about the edit. I'm talking about what the machine is putting out there about her. That's what I'm talking about. You personally may not care because you see through it or you don't buy into it. But the majority of the RuPaul fans, and that's where that toxic mindset comes from, they buy into that bullshit. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Silky be calling them out too, but I think the thing with Silky is that people do know how to react and understand her. Kennedy gets a bad rap as well. Well, Natalia said, what is the common denominator? But
only one I know is Pandora Box, who
I don't know, child. But yeah. Yes, Jasmine Masters was on RuPaul. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, that was that. We'll see what she's talking about on Tuesday. I really hate to see it because not that I care about like, you know, RuPaul and all that, because I know it's a machine and I know that they've done some not so nice things to people. So it's not from that point of view. But I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like you're picking an unnecessary fight. Like, why? You're not on the show anymore. Like, why? Why? But I can't tell somebody how to tell their story. Hey, what's up, Tabitha? How you doing?
Hi, Tabitha.
Yeah, I can't tell nobody how to tell their story, though. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us see through the bullshit. But remember, RuPaul's fan base is toxic, racist, toxic, you know, which is really interesting that her fan base is so racist because she is Black. But whatever. Whatever. All right. Last but not least, Hunty. So you got a chance to see Ready to Love? Now, I saw you put the review up. I have not looked at your review yet, but would you like to share your thoughts and then we'll get into the episode?
Yeah. So here's my thing in regards to Tessa. I know why they kicked Stacey out because I'd have kicked her out too because she's rude and aggressive for no reason, and she's a lot and she's doing too much. But in regards to Tressa, here's what I said this in my review. This is the only thing that I have to say about that. I believe she was given a hard way to go, and I do not believe if you are going to have plus size women on this show, then you need to have men on this show who preference is plus size women. It can't be, oh, you have a bunch of men. Well, plus size women is not their preference. They're not gonna throw them or like, yuck, fat girl. Ugh. They're not that. But they're also like, if you put a medium-sized chick and a BBW in front of them, they're always gonna pick the medium-sized chick. The plus size woman is never going to have a chance on this show. There should be, if this is supposed to be Ready for Love and you bring a plus size woman onto this show, you need to bring men on the show whose preference is a plus size woman. If you're going to have plus size men on the show, then you need to have women who like big dudes on the show. It's not fair. They're never going to win. You're setting them up for failure and a lot of rejection. And I don't appreciate it. And also, once again, they know to tell the pastor to tell the crazy ones, you gotta go. Because David is very good. David is very good at that. He's very good at telling us, daughter, you know, God's timing is perfect. Now is not your time. It's just not your time. God didn't say no. He just said not yet. He said not here. But thank you for coming to play our game. They should let him tell everybody from now on, I don't care what season it is, when it's time to kick a woman off, they should have David come out from behind the bushes and be like, daughter.
It's Ready to Love on. So let me just say, I ditto to all of that. And I said that as much as that. I did a little rant and I said as much of that. And I said, you know, I feel like she was set up from the beginning because here's the reality. And I've dealt with this in my life as a BBW. You're a good person. You have a great personality, but people are not sexually attracted to you. So you become the homegirl. You cool as fuck to hang out with. We can laugh and joke and have a good time. But I don't see you sexually because that's not what I'm attracted to. And here's the issue. That's okay. Because we all are attracted to different things. I'm okay with the fact that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. That's cool with me. But if you go on a reality show and the idea is that you have created an environment where there are people who may or may not be attracted to me, then don't eliminate me based on my physical appearance. Let me be eliminated because we don't click mentally. We don't have anything in common. You know, he don't like the way I laugh. You know what I'm saying? But don't make me the only BBW in the room with 10 men who are not attracted to BBWs. Now I'm looking crazy.
Right. And now I'm running around like, pick me. And nobody's ever going to pick you because you're not their preference. So, like, it seems like y'all practicing insanity. Y'all keep doing the same shit over again, expecting a different result. Like, I don't understand.
And speaking from the male side of this, what's interesting is that, and this is only my second season, so Lil Baby and other people who've seen season 1 and 2, correct me. Last season and this season, we ain't had no BBW men. Now, we had men that might have been a little thicker, but they weren't. I wouldn't say they were in BBW status. They was a little thicker. And so that's the other thing. You're not doing that to the men.
Wait. Or you are too gay, but we can hang out. What does that mean?
What are you talking about, Vovo?
What is you talking about? I don't think they didn't make a joke of her. She's a comedian. I don't think they made a joke of her. I just think that they did a disservice to her by not having any men on the show whose top preference is a BBW. I don't think any of the men on the show had anything against her, like, oh my God, I would never date a BBW, oh, nasty, fat, blah, 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 blah. I don't think they had any men on the show like that. But I think that if you put the skinny women in front of the men and this voluptuous BBW woman in front of the men, their preference is the skinnier women and not the BBW. Where I don't think there's not one man on that cast that if you put the choices in front of them, the BBW would be his top preference. You know what I'm saying? So
they just need a better job of vetting. Yeah. And my thing is, I've been on online dating apps and they ask those questions. What's up, Big Daddy? They ask those questions on online dating apps, what your preference is. They want to know what you physically are attracted to, because there's nothing wrong with saying, listen, this is what I am physically attracted to. I am physically attracted to this type of a man or this type of a woman. That's okay, because again, what you don't want to do is make me the only fat girl. I'm just going to say it like that. You're going to make me the only fat girl in the room. And now you got guys, one, who are tiptoeing around me because they don't want to be that guy. Most of them, they don't want to be that guy. But now I'm the charity case, because nobody really wants to waste time dating me because they know they're not interested. And, last week, the only reason why they kept her around last week is because Dietrich was like, well, I want to see how it works out. I want to talk and see how it works out. And they went on a date. There was no spark there. And so the rest of the guys were like, yeah, we just not feeling her like that. We not. And I was just like, wow.
Right. And then I feel like, and this is nothing against Tressa. Tressa gave off homegirl. Okay, so I have been told this myself, so I'm not speaking out of turn, or there is a sex appeal. Like, when I walk into a room, I've been told stuff gets different. Like, guys who wouldn't normally come up to me, there's something about me that just, hey, what you trying to, that kind of thing. Like, somebody told me, because I'm a Scorpio, I don't know that to be true, but I ooze that aura of come mess with me because this might change your life type of thing. And Tressa gives off more of, she has a wonderful personality. She seems very smart. She's very pretty, but I don't think you get that part of her. You have to get past a couple of layers before you get to the boom bap with her.
But here's the problem, and because this is something I've dealt with. What do you do differently? This is who I am. I mean, she wore.
That's why I'm saying that they need guys who, right? No, that's why I'm saying that they need guys on the show whose preference is a BBW woman. Because if you put Tressa and me in the same room with men who prefer BBW, depending on our aura and what we're putting off, we're going to attract, you know what I'm saying? We're both going to attract the men, but you know what I'm saying? It's a different vibe because, of course, we're two different people. So what I'm saying is that if we were not their top preference to begin with, they're never going to get past the layers that they need to get past to get to the, I'm feeling a little tingle in my regions because she doing a little something because you gotten to know her and gotten to that portion of that interaction.
You
as
lost
you know
me.
what I'm saying?
You lost me.
How do you not get it? Listen,
Some
people.
Wait a minute, hold on. I didn't get it because you started off talking about Tessa giving off homegirl, and I'm trying to that's the part. And then you started talking about
Tessa gives off homegirl and say I give off sex kitten when I walk into a room. And if we're in a room and we're in the same room and we're with those gentlemen, and while they may be like, yeah, Tessa's cool and she the homegirl and we can chit chat with her, there's something about that Ebony. I don't know what it is. I get a different type of vibe from her where I may have lasted longer than she did because we give off two different vibes. Even though the men in the room, BBW isn't their top preference. Now, you put us both. Why are you looking confused? You and I give off two different vibes. We're going to attract two different.
But I don't know what that. Okay, go ahead. Finish explaining. Maybe it'll come back around. No, finish.
I got a pain over my left eye.
Why? I don't understand what you're saying.
You don't understand that we give off two different vibes?
I understand, but that I don't understand how that has anything to do with what I'm saying.
So you tell me what you're saying, and then maybe I'm getting something confused. Maybe I'm confused.
You were saying, okay. You were saying, I don't know. What I thought we was talking about was having people on the show that have a preference for BBW.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I don't understand what you're saying.
Not get to the point, Rose. I hate you single. Listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
Like Miss Tabitha said, it's the vibe. It could be pheromones. It could be confidence. Listen. What I am saying is, even if me and Tessa are in the same room, but before we even get to them having more men on the show whose actual preference is BBW, say we're in the same room with these same men that are on the show. We are both BBWs, but we give off two different vibes when you first approach us. You know what I'm saying? I may have a sexier, more confident vibe. She gives off the homegirl, come kick it with me, have a drink, that type of vibe. And my vibe may be more that would attract more men whose BBW may not be their preference. You know what I'm saying? Where they immediately put her in you don't get it? You don't get that. Okay. Well, if you don't get it, I don't know how else to explain that.
Bab said she's saying that even if there were dudes there were BBW preferences, the vibe the lady gives off doesn't necessarily come off as anything more than homegirl. That's what I was saying. She started talking about sex kitten stuff. That's what I was saying. My question was, you can only be who you are, though.
Right, which is why I said in the beginning, they need more men in the room whose top preference is BBW.
Right, I said that.
Amen.
I said that, but you were talking about, you saying even before they get men in the room that like BBWs, you started talking about
the vibe that she gives off. Yes, because if she gave off, it was a tiny bit sexier, or she was more confident and she wasn't giving off homegirl. Then
See, I think she was. I think she was sexy. I think she was confident. I don't think she was giving off homegirl. I think that's the category they put her in because they weren't attracted to her.
I got homegirl, but I got homegirl from her before anybody even said anything about it.
Well, I mean, I just feel like this, and maybe it's me because that's where people put me. You can only be who you can be. Like, I don't know what she could have done differently. Like, she came dressed, she looked nice, she carried herself nice, she talked to the guys. I don't know what you do I don't know what you do.
B-Lo-D, that's exactly why she got put off. That's exactly why she got put off. Because she's a BBW. And
that's exactly why she got put off.
That's the exact reason why she got put off.
Well, everybody keeps saying we're saying the same thing. So okay, I guess I don't feel like we are, but okay, I don't okay. But anyway, I just feel like the show is doing a disservice because if you were going to, here's the thing, I would almost rather you not check that box if you're not going to be fair to the people you check the box for. So, I mean, kind of even going back to RuPaul, for a long time, they would have the one BBW queen who you knew good and damn well they weren't going to do nothing with. It was just to check the box and say, oh, well, we got a thick one on here. They did the same thing on America's Next Top Model. They would have, we've talked about that before, where they would have the thick queen. I mean, the thick model, knowing good and damn well you really ain't trying to let this woman win. And so we're talking about Tessa from Ready to Love. And so I feel like that's what they did with her, which was just unfair. It was just not fair to her from the beginning. I don't feel like they set her up to have a chance. What you were banking on is that this woman would dazzle them so much that they would step outside of the box of what their normal preference was and say, I changed my mind. I want to date her now. That's what you were banking on. That's what you thought was going to happen. And that's not the reality.
That's not what happened.
Because I mean, I have a preference of what I like, and I'm not saying that I've never stepped out of the box because I have. But forcing it on me isn't what's going to make it happen. And I think that's what they were banking on is, if we do this, this, and this, then hey, mother. So if we do this, this, and this, then they're going to look past it and open. And I think they wanted to, but they just, you put me in a room with 9 people who fit the description of what I would normally date and one person who doesn't. And you're banking on the fact that I'm going to take a chance getting to know the one person that doesn't fit what I have set in my mind. It's one thing if you just stumble into, I met this chick, she cool as hell. She's not normally what I would date, but I kind of like her. Versus you putting me in a room with potentially 10 people that you're saying, hey, I want you to date all of these people at will, get to know them, and figure out who you might want to be in a long-term relationship with. And you're banking on the fact that I'm going to step outside of my normal box. That's what they were doing to her.
No, she's not a BBW. No, she's not. She's thick, but she's not a BBW. I'm very good.
Tabitha, don't do me like that. That TikTok video I just
that boy and those gray sweatpants. She got
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Listen, this preference thing is going crazy. Lately, people are saying if you don't want to date somebody who's bisexual, that means you biphobic. Child, I just don't want to date. Like, I don't. When did not wanting to date someone means that you have an implicit bias against everybody who is that? Now, I can't speak for if I would date somebody bi because somebody bi has never come into my orbit in that manner. So for whether me to say yay or nay.
Yeah,
but
it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. It wouldn't be a deal breaker for me.
Right. I don't know if it's a deal breaker for me. It depends on the person.
Right.
It just depends on who the person is and what we got going on. But who's TikTok?
I don't even know I think my TikTok is really BTV on YouTube. I think. I don't even know what my TikTok is because
I think so too. Hold on.
I think it's really BTV on YouTube.
On Thursday for Pose's final season.
Yeah, it's really BTV _ on YouTube.
Yep, that's it. Yeah. This season is lackluster, everybody, in my opinion. And let me say this. Okay, so the episode pissed me off because of the whole trust situation. But what was up with what's Chrysanthi? Her
Damn, Stacy.
How you talking about that's her best friend? Ma'am, you have known her 2 weeks. Unless they knew each other before they came on the show and they pretending like they don't. You don't meet somebody and call them your best friend 2 weeks later. That's what kids do. 2 grown-ass women know better. Or at least they should. She's somebody you cool with. She's somebody you want to get to know better. She's somebody you enjoy hanging out with. But she is not your best friend. She probably don't even know your damn middle name, ma'am.
First of all. And that Stacy girl she got on my nerves. She got on my nerves when she tried to put 10 on 20 with David and the passcodes in marriage and knowing you like how
right. You tried to put it out there like David was on some other stuff, and that ain't even what it was.
Right. I know he was happy to be the one to tell her daughter. I spoke to the Lord and he said that was not your time.
My other problem was with this whole situation was what is up with everybody worried about being number one?
I don't know. That's freaking me out.
So when you know that you are dating multiple people, why? Listen, everybody can't be everybody's number one. Like you gonna be somebody's number two, somebody's number three. Hell, maybe not on somebody's list at all. But the purpose of this exercise is for us to get around, date each other, get to know each other, and then we can figure it out. This week you might be my number one, but next week she might have done something that you didn't do or show me something that you didn't show me, and she my number one now, but you ain't off the list because I still like you a little bit. But we are literally week 3, week 4 into this process. Well, I mean, I know in filming it wasn't week 4, but I'm just saying, literally, we have only sent 4 people home. Like, we got to get down to 3 couples, I think. They get down to the final 3 couples. We literally have only sent 4 people home. I need you to study this shit. Hey, Chloe, what's up, babes? Chloe said it got on her nerves too. Right? Like, what is up with this? You're my number one. Ma'am, Chloe, I need to get in touch with you because I talked to Tamisha Reviews. Abby don't know it yet, but she's going to be there. And I want to reach out to you, and I want to reach out to Simply Sakina. I want to do a panel next Sunday on Ready to Love. So I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to email you, reach out to you, and see if you're available on Sunday afternoon so we can do a panel. And we're going to talk about all of this stuff, honey. We're going to break through all of this, okay? But yeah, they got on my nerves too. That whole who's number one, ma'am. And that was the thing. Now, what got Troy in trouble was Troy was he was just doing too much. He was doing too much. Talking about he was taking his birthday,
and then he had the nerve to act dumbfounded, like
I'll be right back.
I know he's not good at relationships. This nigga said, "Did I kiss more than one woman?" Let's roll the footage of you kissing damn near every woman on this show, sir. And I don't have an issue with Joel and Vernisha being all in with each other so early. Cool. Fine by me. I don't have no issue. I like Joel. I like Vernisha. Let them have it. Let them be it. You right. Jason only wanted to talk to Liz's titties. Listen, when I say David popped a boner so fast when Liz came in there in that pink dress, he had to talk to the Lord about it. Y'all can't tell me no different. Y'all cannot tell me any different.
Thank you, B-Lo, for placing your Avon order. And Chloe, okay, good to know. We're gonna definitely catch up. Here's my thing with the Troy situation, sir. You literally said that is your signature move, that you lean in for the kiss on the cheek. You literally said that is your signature move, and then had the nerve to be like, so I kissed. I don't remember. You said that is your signature. Now, maybe in his mind, a kiss on the cheek is not the same. Maybe when
Clearly not.
Right, maybe when
Clearly, kiss on the cheek is a handshake to him because he did it to everybody.
Okay.
Men included.
I'm here flexing my social status and really be laying my icon change. What? Oh, your icon.
No, baby, you really think Joel gonna switch up? Do you really think that? I don't think so. I think he got eyes for her.
Well, here's the problem with that. Okay, now I would say the same thing, Abby, but here's the problem because this happened last season with KG Smooth, and he's doing the same thing this season. And it's funny because me and Chloe almost had the exact same review. Y'all go check out Chloe. Chloe Johnson, she's up on the screen. She reviews Ready to Love as well. So y'all go check out her reviews. And her review and my review was damn near the same. I was like, girl, get out my head and I'll get out of your head, because we were damn near saying the same thing. But the thing is, the problem with saying, okay, well, we're gonna I've locked in, I like this person, I'm locked and loaded. The problem is if one of them changed their mind and you have not spread out and got to know other people and at least explored other options, then what ends up happening is when something goes wrong, then it's like, oh well, you didn't even get to know. Like what happened with KG Smooth last season. He locked in on Naya damn near from the beginning, and then when Naya flipped up on him, and he said one thing wrong, and she flipped on him, the rest of the ladies were like, well, we were interested in getting to know him, but he ain't even give us a second look. So the minute Naya flipped on him, it was like, okay, well, he can go home because nobody else had gotten a chance to get to know him because he didn't go on any dates. They said that, we wanted, some of us wanted to go on dates or were interested in going on dates. And so I think that's the issue. Is so early with locking in. Like I'm getting that if you found somebody you like look at what happened with Liz at the masquerade ball. She was locked and loaded on David, but then Jason came along and she was like, well, wait a minute.
Let me know why. She just there for her. Listen, all them teeth he get, I can't. It's too much.
Abby,
it's too much. I told you when he went on that date with that girl, Cara, it was too much teeth on that date. I don't understand. Between the two of them, it was 732 teeth. And it was too much. And they were so forward pronouncing. On both of them, Jesus.
Right. It is a very social, it is an interesting social experiment. I like this show. Don't get me wrong, y'all. Lil Baby have been trying to get me to watch this show since season 1, honey. She's been trying. And I do like the show. I'm glad that I'm watching it and I'm glad I'm reviewing it. I like that idea. I think the next season is going to be here in DC. They were doing a casting call for DC people. So I don't know if that's going to be the next season or the season after next, because it seems like they're filming them so fast. But they are going to come. Looks like they are coming to DC. So I would definitely be interested in seeing if I know anybody.
Listen, you really on this show, you really have to know who you are as a person and what you want and what you can handle and what you cannot. I could never do a show like this because I am extremely territorial. I can't do it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. You have to understand what you're doing, like the whole premise of it. And like you said, if you people are already getting contact, the casting call went out. I posted it on my Instagram. I reposted this a few weeks ago. I put it on my Facebook and everything because I was like, hey, I know me, it's not the show for me. And it's not the show for me for different reasons. I'm okay. I think I would be okay with the setup of the show. I'm not necessarily okay with dating on camera. I don't think I would be comfortable with that level of scrutiny on camera. But I'm okay with the premise of the show. You know what I'm saying? Because people ask me, was I going to? Hell no. Nope. But I would love to see if I know any friends that are on the show. Actually, my girl Rhonda would have been really good on the show. But Rhonda be giving them people the blues. Child, she be giving men the blues, honey. I be like, you are hard on a man. She be like, girl. The people were so warm and friendly when you visited DC. Well, girl, you was in the right part. I mean, don't get me wrong. We got all shapes and sizes. You in the wrong neighborhood, the wrong area, you say the wrong thing, but I'm glad you came across the right people. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Production be playing games. Ain't nobody got time for that. But that's on any reality show. Production be playing games, child. Like we were talking about with RuPaul. Like that's any production. But yeah, I for me, and that's what you said. Like yeah, Abby, I mean, just from what I know, this ain't the show for Abby, child. This ain't the show for Abby. Nope. You found it on Discovery Plus. Okay, Tabitha, yeah. So good. Catch up on get caught up and let me know what you think. But yeah, again, I like the premise of it. I love the fact that we are seeing Black excellence. I love the fact that we are highlighting, men and women who are professionals, who are doing the damn thing. I love that part of it. I absolutely love that part of it. But there are some things that I'm like, you need to do better. That's all I'm saying. Like BBWs are not a social experiment.
We are not.
Do better. There are plenty of men who date, and I saw somebody say earlier that men don't like to admit it. There are a lot of men who don't like to admit that they like BBWs. That's true, but there are plenty of men who are proud of it.
Exactly. There
are plenty of men who is one in the room right now, and I'm gonna call him out because he don't care. Big Daddy T, love him. If you ain't over 250, he don't want you. Okay, he don't want you. Don't talk to him. Don't look at him. Don't wink, because it's a problem. It's a no from him, dog. It's a no from him. So yeah, but everybody has a preference, and I'm okay with that. Right? Look, see, he said, "Raises my hand." Exactly. And he proud of it. Like this is my preference. So there are plenty of men where that is their preference, and they're okay with that. Like they're okay with it being their preference. You know what I'm saying? So again, all you have to do is ask the right questions. All you have to do is ask the right questions on a survey. All you have to do is ask, what is your preference? What body type do you like? I'm sure they ask other things like religion and sir, I know they ask these people what they make per year. I know they ask them all those other questions. So why you can't ask them what your physical preference
is? Does she have to be 2 something to do something? Why is that not a question? I don't understand. But that's what I'm saying. I had 2 Uber Eats drivers pull up to my house today. Both Black men. Both of them hit on me. All I ordered was my favorite from Burger King.
Why are you getting 2 deliveries from Uber Eats?
One was just from 7-Eleven, was just drink. It was just a bunch of drinks. And then the other one was my lunch, I guess, when I got home from church. Because I didn't want to cook anything. So I got a burger from Burger King.
Listen, I'm saying all that while I'm sitting here contemplating on what I'm about to eat for dinner. Because I took some steaks out to thaw and they didn't thaw out. And so I'm just going to season them in the morning before I go to work and then cook them for dinner tomorrow. So I'm really sitting here trying to figure out because I don't feel like going back out the house. I already got on my pajamas. Okay. You know what, Tabitha, it's technically, I think it's season 3.
This is season 3, yes.
Yeah, if you look in like the way but it's really season 4. But the way it's in the thing, it says season 3. Technically, though, it's season 4. But for whatever reason, it's hey, BB Nice, what's up, boo?
Hey, BB Nice.
Yes. Yeah. So, but yeah. So I just feel like I like the show. But I need y'all to do better. And in my rant, I tagged the nephew Tommy. Not that he gonna listen or care, but I did tag nephew Tommy. Like, listen, you doing something great here, but this is where you can fix it. Like, you're not doing us any favors by having us on there, knowing that we're not going to get a fair shake. You're not doing us any favors.
You are not.
And if anything, I was embarrassed for Tessa because I saw it coming, and I'm sure she did too. And I'm sure she felt like she might not have gotten the opportunity to really have any one-on-one dates, but that's because nobody was interested. And she may have, and they just edited it out because you know how they edit this stuff. Hey, Gigi Jones, what's up? Yeah. So, all right. Well, let me say this, you guys. First of all, we had a great members only live today. Y'all always get me to tell y'all my business in the members only live. They got to hear a little about my family business, and we talked about me going to college and some of my experiences with that and my first teaching experience. We talked some good stuff. It wasn't supposed to be a story time, but I think it ended up being a story time. But we had a good time. We had a couple of giveaways, so that's on its way. Oh damn, I'm sorry, Tabitha. Damn girl. You need to get you a fire stick. It be on
I hate you so much.
So y'all need to go on and join the membership, honey, and hang out with us when we having our members only. Y'all be getting all my business. Okay. Please, my lovely mod, little baby, has been dropping my Avon link. Okay, it's a new. You still have time to order for Mother's Day. If you order today, probably tomorrow, it'll still. I can guarantee it'll still be here by Mother's Day. Probably can't do nothing after Tuesday. I mean after Monday, but before that, it'll definitely get here. Because Avon don't be playing, honey. Avon don't be playing it. Your orders be getting there. So if you go and look, there's plenty of stuff there for Mother's Day, hunty. What was I getting ready to say? Oh, I was going to say something else. What was I getting ready to say?
I don't know. Avon.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. And please, you guys, y'all check out these other content creators that are in the room. It's Tabitha, formerly known as Beautiful Soul. Please check her out. She gives us a good stuff over on her channel. She's reviewing them. So y'all definitely, if y'all watched them or y'all were interested in them, y'all go check that out. And she gives us some good commentary throughout the week. BB Nice is in the room. BB Nice gives you, listen, let me tell you something. Y'all go check out BB Nice. She talks on her channel about, and BB Nice, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. Correct me if I'm wrong. She speaks on alternative lifestyles over there. She talks about being in polyamorous relationships. So she talks about other things over there as well, but she has a show on Wednesday nights on her channel called Poly Vibes. So whether you're in the lifestyle or not, if you're just interested in learning about, that lifestyle and things of that nature, I think, we get into a lot of misconceptions about what that is and what it looks like. Y'all go check out Miss BB Nice. She used to cook over there on her channel all the time. She done got away from that, but maybe we could get her back into cooking. Y'all know my nephew, It's Me D.
I wanted to ask him, did he like the first episode of Down Under? Why is RuPaul? She showed up on the stage as RuPaul the drag queen and did the, best woman win, but on the judging panel, she's boy RuPaul. So they had like a conversation between drag queen RuPaul on the stage and boy RuPaul on the judging panel, and drag queen RuPaul was like, "So you just gonna be on the judging panel and not in drag?" And boy RuPaul was like, "Yeah, is that a problem?" And drag queen RuPaul was like, "I don't know what." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not. This is what we're doing." I was like,
"Oh, okay." Well, I know did you do a live reaction, D? But tonight he's going to be doing a live viewing party for polls. I won't be there because I got to consecrate when I'm looking at polls. I can't do the live viewing party, but he will be over there doing a live viewing party for polls, and he will be doing one for Legendary later on in the week. So y'all go check him out. Y'all know I'm over there on Wednesday nights. We do our live viewing party for Masked Singer that Abby is not invited to. So y'all check out.
That's this for me because they don't allow me to come on to the Masked Singer because they like the show and they know I think it's garbage and I just make jokes the whole time.
Make sure y'all check
and they feel it's a bad thing.
Make sure y'all check out Chloe Johnson. I told you guys she does her thing over there. She does Married at First Sight, Ready to Love. And it's another show she does, but she definitely keeps you up on a lot of like social media stuff and what these people are doing behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. So y'all definitely check out Chloe. And like I said, I'm trying to get a panel together hopefully next Sunday where we're gonna have a nice live panel discussion. He said they blocked his down under live. Ooh.
Well, I'm not surprised because it's only available on Wild Presence. So they need to drive traffic over there. Why would they allow you to?
Yeah, they're gonna get you on that one.
They're not gonna allow you, baby.
He said he sent you
Oh, I didn't know, baby. I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
See?
I didn't. I'm sorry. But also there was things happening here at the house that would have prevented me from being on camera. Amen.
Make sure y'all are subscribed to Abby Reviews. Y'all know that she does her reviews over there as well. And she's also giving you a good get ready with me. Most mornings, probably 99.9999. You're going to get a good get ready with me. And she does her unboxings and stuff. So listen, y'all, make it do what it do. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. I got to get off of here so I can give me a good little 15, 20-minute break before the shenanigans begin for me. I don't know who's blowing up my phone. Okay. All right.
It's not me.
No, well, we know when it's you, Abby. We know when it's you.
Did you see my dress today? Listen, I put on some training wheel heels today because, I haven't stood on a stage for praise and worship in a long time. And I haven't worn heels in over a year. Not heels. So
well, you need to be soaking your feet.
Huh?
You need to be soaking your feet.
Well, no, we good now. We good. They good now. Because I bought I sized up in the shoe that I purchased.
Okay.
So it wasn't as bad. My feet were still screaming by the time service was over. They was like, girl, we ain't done this.
I don't know what I'm going to do when I finally come from out of Bedside Baptist and make my way back to church.
Yes, cool. Yes.
They done released us to have church services here in the DMV, honey.
Yes, I'm a part of the worship. Listen, when I joined the church and they called me up to the pulpit, the pastor literally said, here, this mic right there, that's your mic. I didn't even know if I was going to join the praise team. Listen, Jesus. I said, oh, so y'all just gonna force me into the praise team. And then they had new members class, and the lady from the praise team walked up on me and was like, make sure that I get your number. A bird told me that you sing and you gonna be on the praise team. Golly!
The bird was your mama. The bird was your mama.
It was that.
I was about to say, you didn't have to confirm. I knew that the bird, and I'm not calling her mama a bird before y'all starting, rumors.
Listen,
I ain't calling her mama a bird, okay?
Y'all keep my mama and my auntie and my cousin Kim lifted in prayer. My uncle passed away this past week.
Definitely want to do that.
And the funeral is in Florida on Friday, and I unfortunately, because of my job, I will not be able to attend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so y'all just keep them lifted. They're very sad. I don't like seeing my mama. I don't like seeing my mama like that.
SPD said I go to the same church as his mama because she don't leave the house either.
That's right.
Oh, that hit me. Okay, y'all, I'm out of here. Goodbye. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Oh, wait, I never said hey to Big Daddy. Oh.
Oh, you didn't say hey to Big Daddy?
I did not. I'm so sorry. Hey, Big Daddy. Okay, we can go now.